What's up, y'all? Taylor Exchange here. If you're new to the channel, my name's Sean. I'm a part-time reseller in North Texas. I'm here to show you how I make money selling things online. So today's video, I went sourcing after work. I'm going to share with you guys some of the things I sourced and tell you a little bit about like what happened at the thrift store, and maybe I'll get some good stuff out of it. All right, so I went to the thrift store after work. I get off at 5, work 8 to 5. I repair copiers, and I went straight to the shoes. I typically go to the shoes because I know the most about shoes, and it's pretty easy to spot good items. The first item I spotted was these sandals. So these are Doc Marten sandals. If you guys don't know, Doc Marten is a pretty good brand. They're really good quality build. Like, I love Doc Martens because you know what you're getting. It's going to be really good quality. Greg, thanks for stopping by. Just telling everyone about my sourcing adventure today. I got these Doc Martens. Now, I've sold a pair of the Fisherman Doc Martens. They have like a lot more going on, and they look like those Jesus sandals, people call them sometimes. Now, those sold for $59.99 with free shipping. These comp out a little bit less. These go for about $40 to $45, and I paid $2.99 for these. So this is going to be a pretty easy flip. I'm going to list them tonight, actually, after I get off this live. So yeah, first item was this. Now, I was going to keep looking through the store, and I heard a young woman, she's probably like college age, her and her friend were buying this couch, and she said, hey, if I pay for the couch now, when do I need to pick it up? And the guy working there said, you have to pick it up by tomorrow. And since I just bought a new truck, I said, hey, I can take that couch to your apartment for $20. And she said, yeah, that's great. So I was like, as long as you live in town and it's not too far, that's fine. Well, I went to see which couch she was talking about, and it was like a giant sectional. So it was like a 3-seater on one side, the middle section, and then another 3-seater on the other side. So I was just like kind of sweating it now at this point. So like $20 is a pretty low amount to help somebody. And I was thinking it would just be like one 3-seater couch. So we ended up like sandwiching the 3-seater couches, like, you know, one sitting upright and the other one just opposite. And then I had to borrow a strap because I didn't even have a strap in my truck. And she put the other middle section like in her vehicle, and I ended up taking it there. It took about like 30 to 40 minutes maybe. So not great for $20, but yeah, about 30 to 45 minutes. But that's probably about the amount of time I would have spent thrifting. And since I picked up the Doc Martens so quick, I was kind of like, you know, this is at least $25 and then another 20 there. And I was like, you know what? I helped him out too. And it really showed the people at the thrift store that, like, yeah, I go in and buy stuff and they know I resell, but I also was like helping them out by getting a piece of furniture from their place to a customer. And she spent like $160 on it. So it was just like a win-win all the way around. And the guy working there, he knows me, and he's like, man, this guy hustles. And I feel like it was a solid deal there. Kelly, thanks for stopping by, man. I was just telling him about my faith resale little adventure, helping somebody move a couch to their apartment, but it ended up being like a sectional, but the truck was able to handle a lot of it. So I felt good about it. Greg, you said it couldn't have been something simple. Yeah, it definitely wasn't. All right. So next up, I have one of those items that you guys, this isn't like sourcing. I didn't source much today, but I wanted to like share that story with everybody here. I did have an item that somebody bought and then they didn't pay for it. You know, whenever it says like sold, but then it says like waiting for payment. Kelly, I wanted to use the truck. Like, I got to pay that thing off. I made $20 from it, but yeah, I kind of wanted to like see what it could do. And with the short bed, it still handled it pretty well. Anyway, so this item, it was this pair of like dumbbells. You can like add weight to it. So I sold 2 7.5s. I sold 2 2.5s, and then I had like the 2 handles that went with it. So somebody like bought this, right? Like, they bought it for $49.99 and then they didn't pay for it. So I was like, shoot, like, what am I going to do? Tracy, what's up? I'm glad you came in because I was just watching like a video from a year ago where you were taking some tags off of clothes. And then you mentioned like, if you said, don't do this for like stealing purposes. And that was like one time I remember somebody doing that was in high school. They were like stealing clothes from Hollister and they were like popping them off and stuff. But nonetheless, you have some really great videos out there. Sean, what store subscription do you have? Great question, Greg. I have the basic store. So, oh, you said you just did another removal. Maybe that's why it like populated that. That's strange. So, Greg, I have the basic store, and I was listening to like one of Harry Tornado's like lives. He's been doing a lot of lives lately, and he said something like if you carry over 70 items in your store, all the time, that you definitely need to upgrade to a store, or else you're losing out on the insertion fees and that money. So I had like 200 items I'd been carrying, and I was still like without a store. And I think it was something like after I bought the basic store, I did the year, it ended up saying like $75 per month I was paying in insertion fees. Like I did not see that analytic anywhere, and it's not something you want to get into. So if you have like, I don't know, like a couple hundred items, definitely get like some type of store to help with those insertion fees. Getting back to the weights. So somebody, they like bought these weights, but they didn't finish paying. And I like messaged them. I send them that reminder, the like automated one. And then after I send that, like the next day, I'll just be like, look, are you still interested in this item? Like, it's ready to be shipped and all that stuff. And they didn't pay for it. So I did the whole the whole deal where I like cancel it, or request it to be canceled and all that. So it was canceled. I'm going to add to the 20 pounds of weights that I was going to sell to him with it. I have like these 2.5s. I have two of these like nasty looking ones. And then I have two 3-pound ones that I got from a recent pickup. And then I have like these plastic, like these are kind of bad. These are from my brother-in-law. So I have like no money in these other weights because the weights I bought with this lot, they already sold for pretty good money. I'm going to just lot all that together and do like a new listing. Now you can typically sell weights like $1 a pound all day long, but because of the virus, the weights prices have increased to like $2 a pound and even more. So those are kind of like a mismatch set, but I think people are definitely going to be interested in picking that up because you can still add quite a bit of weight to the one dumbbell. So that's my plan for that. Another thing I was going to show you guys, I didn't pick this up today, but I picked it up recently, and I don't think I shared it on any of mine. So this is like a flight suit liner. If you guys can see this, let's see. Yeah, so somebody's name is in it, but military flight suit, like the big green ones that zip up. This is like the liner for it. And it also came with the pants here. So these pants, if you see the tag, pretty much looks the same. But anyway, like these are pretty desirable. Now they're a size medium, and bigger size sell, and they sell for more. But with pilots, they're typically smaller. Like the fighter pilots, they're a lot shorter guys or women. And I have those listed right now at $69.99 with free shipping, and I paid like $6 for that set. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. If you guys don't know, like military gear sells pretty well, definitely look up comps, but for the most part, if you see like camo, you're going to be in good shape. And then let's see. One other thing I wanted to show you guys was these 3 shoes. I don't know. Oh man, it froze, dude. Oh, it froze. No, what happened? YouTube. Huh. Well, that's a first. Let's see. Dang it, dude. The YouTube gods. What's going on? Dude. Guess I'll just try to figure this out. Oh, it's still going, but I can't see anything, man.
Oh, it's still going.
I got it on here though. Shoot. Oh. I guess I could just keep going. And I think Greg on Instagram's telling me. Yeah. I'll just like mute that. So anyway, what I was going to do is show you guys like 3 of the shoes I'm about to list. So we got this Converse here, and it's like the Chuck Taylor All-Stars. Now, oh no. Leave site. No, I'll stay. I'll keep going YouTube. Yes, dude, we're back. All right. All right. I don't know if I can like clip that out. I hope I didn't say anything. Like, I was really frustrated. I thought my wife was like doing something with the internet. I'm like, what are you doing? But we're good now. What a relief. I feel like I was kind of like out at sea, you know, and you have like no sales, like no wind for your sales, and you're like running out of food, and you're the only one there, and you're just like out in the open and lonely. And then I came back and it was like, yes, civilization. I'm like, I got it. No, Steph. I don't know. I thought something was going on. I guess the connection got lost, but whatever. So anyway, I know, right? Like I forgot I told her to watch too, because I knew I wouldn't have like too many people watching. But yeah, Tracy, we roll that way. We usually blame the dog. Usually it's Dean's fault. And then anyway, so these Converse All-Stars, I thought these were super dope. I picked them up at garage sale, and I think I've shown them off, but I'm gonna list them today. So they're size 10. I thought about trying them on. Yeah, Tracy, same here. Same here. I thought about trying them on, but it's one of those things where like you try on your item and then you like it, and then next thing you know, you just don't sell it and you don't get any money. So I'm gonna go ahead and list these. I'm not really big into blues. I'm more into like blacks, grays, and like khaki colors. But those are pretty sweet. I paid $5 for them. And then these Skechers shape ups, which they're like long overdue to get listed, you know, because these are pretty high dollar items. I think I can get like $60 for these. They're the men's too. Men's typically sell better, and the all blacks seem to sell better than some of the other ones. So I'm gonna get this listed tonight. And then also this shoe. This is a Skechers, like I think they call it like a driving shoe. And I've been staying away from some of these shoes because this is like a max listing for me in my business model of $29.99 with free shipping. I didn't pay a lot of money for it, but I was going to wear it for work. Like I have to wear dress shoes and slacks and a polo. And I was going to wear these, and I put them on and they just didn't feel right. You know, like something in the soles, it just felt off, you know? So unfortunately, you know, I'm going to have to list these, but yeah, I typically try to get my listings of like a minimum of $29.99. Like if it has to list for anything less than that, I look at it as like a mistake when I bought it. Unless I paid like $1, like I'll list something for, you know, $24.99 if I paid $1, but I typically that needs to be like first class shipping, so I don't have to pay a lot. But I'm gonna get these items listed. I apologize for like looking crazy. I'm gonna have to rewatch that. I don't know if I should like. I guess you can't really cut and clip a live. Like Tracy would know, you do lives with Tommy all the time. And I've been thinking about you guys lately, especially when he was talking about like putting shipping prices. I was like, I'm gonna like do one, and then I had to like set up to do for like $9.99 for priority shipping, and then I like backed out of it just because it's different from what I've normally done. And I don't know. I guess you definitely have to like change up what you do to grow, but I'm just not there yet. You know, you can, but you lose the chat when you edit it. Oh yeah, and that would make it like it'd make less sense because I interact with the little chat that I have. So I'll probably just run it back. And if I said something really, really dumb, I don't think I did. I think you guys would like mention it, but other than blaming my wife, I think I did pretty solid. I'm going to keep this short because I didn't have much to share with you guys, but I wanted to get out there and just let you know like how things are going. My wife and I are going to Waco Saturday. So we're going to be like sightseeing. She wants to see Chip and Joanna Gaines's like operation they have going over there. I kind of want to get them on video. My mom and grandma, they're saying like that's illegal to like steal the footage from them and then like post it, but I don't know about all that. I figure I could just like ask Joanne for like a personal tour of her house, you know, and maybe like throw the ball with Chip or climb a tree with them. That's not like too much to ask when I go there, but yeah, I noticed, and like low key not stalking, but I saw your listings in one of your not listings, but your sales. And it said you're from somewhere in Texas. And I was like, oh, I didn't know Tracy was from Texas because I think Tommy's from Delaware. And I kind of thought y'all were like nearby, but I guess with the internet, you can be friends and close with anybody. But yeah, so Waco, there's a zoo there. My wife wants to go to the zoo. We like looking at the animals. I really like the small monkeys that like climb around because they just look crazy, and the way they like eat with like their hands and stuff. It's pretty interesting. So I really like those monkeys. And we're going to check the zoo out, and then we're going to go to probably lunch after that. And then I want to go thrifting. I may try to connect with Lorena from Sweet Texas Finds, but like I just started my Instagram, and I don't even know if she's on there or not. Like a lot of people have been following me, which is pretty cool on that, but I don't know the etiquette of Instagram. Ask Tommy about his thoughts on free shipping. You might find it useful. Yeah, he kind of was like laying into me about it on a live one the other night, but I was like, I've been making a lot of money with the free shipping, and I'm not like as technical as it. Oh, Lorena's kids have surgery. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, and I kind of thought with like she has 4 kids, it'd be tough to like connect and try to do like a little video like sourcing thing. And we're gonna have a pretty packed schedule, but nonetheless, I'm gonna go sourcing because I'm addicted to like looking for things to sell online. But yeah, as far as like the free shipping battle, I think if you're bringing in a lot of money and you're comfortable with it, like it's fine. Maybe you can maximize that by changing up your methods. But if I did the shipping, I think I could do it just fine, but I have to recalculate everything because I'm pretty like confident in like what things fit in and what things ship for. So that's something I've been weighing. I just don't, anytime you learn something new, you have to take more time to do it. But I guess once it's the system's in play, then you just kind of follow the system. But I don't know. I've been feeling pretty good about it. And yeah. So Jen, thanks. You made it. Like you didn't make it last time. You're able to make it this time. I didn't want to run too long because I didn't have much to share. If you rewatch it, just bear with the confusion. I'm not really used to all that, but yeah, I'm glad you could make it. I'm really glad. You're so nice dropping everybody's links, and I really appreciate that. See, Greg, you said climb a tree with them. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So Jen, just to catch you up, I'm going to Waco Saturday, and the Chip and Joanna, they've like taken over that city. So we're going to try to get some, maybe some screen time. Like I'm going to have the GoPro with me, and I'll go up to them. I'm not afraid. And I think it'd be pretty cool. I just feel like they may have like a bouncer or somebody and be like, hey, no cameras, no flash retardant, but they're cool. I want it to be authentic with them, like if we become friends with the folks from Fixer Upper, I don't want it to be like a popularity like grab, I don't want them to boost my channel to like 100,000 subs or anything like that. I just want it to be like real, and I want them to like me. And maybe I could even work out with Chip, or not like work out with Chip, but like work with Chip. Like I've worked construction, and I redid my bathroom, and I've done a couple of things. So, Louis, what's up, man? I'm glad you're in the house. He's the one that pushed me to start my Instagram. I've gained a lot of followers, and I don't know. I don't follow people back. I don't know if you're supposed to, if they follow you, but I found some of my cousins from Panama on there, and yeah, it's pretty great. Like Instagram's pretty cool. So thank you, Louis. Do they hang out there? I would think you won't see them at all. Tracy, now that's probably accurate, but you can always like hope, right? I mean, you never know. They have a lot of ties there. So like maybe I'll run into them, and maybe I'll just shoot them a wink, and I won't go up to them, but now I'll definitely go up to them. Do you guys ever get starstruck? Have you like ran into a celebrity and just been like you freeze and you're just like, oh my goodness, like what do I do? Do I go talk to him? I'll tell you this one guy, he was we were at the airport, and it was like the weather guy. I think it's Kerry Sanders or something. And he's on the one with Savannah. Anyway, so he was at the airport, and like we didn't say anything to him because he was eating lunch. But I told my wife, I was like, I think I know that guy. Like he looks really like plain and familiar, and it was the weather guy. But I wasn't going to say anything to him because I don't know. I wasn't on YouTube at the time, so I probably would have now. Like I like telling people about it, but the chat keeps growing. I know, dude, like people are joining. I just wish I had more to talk about, man. I really wanted to do lives to share like my sourcing, and I was going to share my sales and stuff, but I want to do like a a sales video that's better. And I want to learn to like have the screen up and then have like my face in the bottom here. It's just something that I need to spend like 20 minutes to figure out, and I just haven't done it yet. But I want to do a better sales video. My sales have been like, they've been like so, definitely slower than last month. I didn't pick up I picked up 2 massive hauls last month, and it really helped with the sales. This month's been pretty standard, so I'm kind of like coming back to reality with what I normally make. And I don't spend a lot of time because I have my full-time job, my wife, and my dog and everything. So let's see. Maybe you could babysit for him. My wife would love it. She loves the kids in the Fixer Upper shows. Like, she knows all their names and stuff. I'm like, what? Like, you know these people? She's just like, oh, they're so great. And I'm like, no, babysitting. We have a nephew. He's 2, and man, he's a handful. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do when we have kids. I guess you get used to it. Like, you know, humans can like adapt to pretty much anything, but kids are like full of energy. It's crazy. Let's see. I ignore or ask time if they are close enough and cough on them. Oh my, I forgot. See, the coronavirus is going to be kind of annoying. Like, I was trying to do some retail arbitrage in, what was it? Burlington. I was checking out their shoes, and like the whole masks thing, like I had my cart right just in case I came across some, and I found some Nikes. They were the all black, like look kind of like jungle boots, and they wanted like $80. And I think they were selling for $140. So I wasn't really trying to spend that much money just to make $140. But I didn't really find anything. But then like even the cart, right? I was gonna hand it to the next customer coming in, and then the worker was like, "Oh, give me that cart. Like I need to wipe it down." And I was just like, "Dang, man! Like it just doesn't feel. Nothing feels right, you know." The dog's just like wagging his tail. You can see him here. Say hi, Dean. Say hello. Dean's an old man. He's 12 years old now. Stop, Dean. Stop. Come. I don't really mean it, but he kind of bugs me sometimes, man. He probably wants to go outside. Give me a second. Come on. Let's go. Anyway, so Dean, he sleeps at like not the foot of our bed, but he has like a section in front of the bed, and he's got his little setup. And I was saying like goodnight to him last night, and then he kind of looked up at me, right? And he just looked, and he was like, and it was almost like he was telling me to go to bed, you know? And I'm like, no, dude, I'm telling you to go to bed. Like, you're my dog. And I think it's because he's 12, and like in dog years, it's like 84 years old if you times it by 7. And I don't know, man. I just got this weird feeling like the dogs know a lot more than we know, you know? They're just kind of like, and then maybe he was just tired. I don't know. But he gave me that look, and I was kind of like, dude, chill out, man. You know, we picked him up. He was like I guess you call him a rescue. His parents, his owner passed. She had 3 dogs, and we wanted to get him. And then he went to another house, and he lived with them, and it was an HOA. And he kept digging out of the fence, right? So the HOA was like, you guys can't have this dog. He's digging through fences, and we just can't have that. So we ended up getting him, and we were really happy about it. And he's been with us for like, I think 3 years now. So it's going to be tough to see him go, because I don't think dogs live for 20 or 30 years like cats do. But yeah, he's my first dog that I've ever had. So I really like that. Let's catch up here. People, Greg, you said, I'm looking into doing the picture-in-picture what sold thing too. I think it would be a good way to get me comfortable on camera. Yeah. So yeah, man. So when I started doing YouTube, I was very nervous too. Like, I think the first 3 videos, I just talked straight through, and like, I didn't edit because I didn't know how, and I didn't care to try to edit. But then I would I think it was like the second video, I kept restarting, and I was like, no, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. And then I learned you can edit videos. So like, you can say words, cut it, edit it, you know, and just kind of go for it. But, you know, I would just start recording, and then just like play it back and see like, you know, how you did and what you can improve on. But yeah, I agree. It's pretty cool, man. I want to do it because it's fun. I can kind of share with people like what I'm picking up, because I know like you can kind of gain a little bit from everybody, you know, as long as you like pay attention to what they're saying and not just like, you know, barely watch it. But most people know a little bit about something. So I like to share that. Try Flippers, what's up, man? Brian, how's it going? I've just been like chatting with people. I was showing off some of the items I sourced. I only sourced one item. It was these Doc Martin sandals. It's in the thumbnail. I paid $2.99, so those are like 45 bucks. And then I helped a young woman move a sectional with the truck to her apartment, and she paid me 20 bucks. She was like having issues moving it and was going to have to figure something out. So I was like, I'll move it for 20 bucks. And it was pretty easy, man. And I think one of them, her friend was like into reselling a little bit. So like I talked to her about it, and she might watch this, and who knows, maybe she'll get into it and can make some money herself. But yeah, Philly Picker, hey, dude, glad to have you, man. We've been steady now about like 7-8 people. Like for a while there, we had 3, and then there's like a hurricane of a disaster on the channel. Like something happened with the cam was going, but for me, it was frozen. And I think I just like, I looked like a deer in the headlights for a little while, but we got past that. And now we're moving on, we're moving on. I got a few items I want to take pictures of. I have one of those like waited for payments and somebody just didn't pay, but I'm going to like beef up that listing. I'm going to add these weights. So it was on these, and it's in the beginning part, but somebody didn't want them. They like bought them and didn't pay for them. So I decided to just start throwing more weights at it. And I'm going to list probably, let's see, 20. I had this counted before. I think I now have like 6 pounds worth of weights that I'm going to add to those dumbbells. And hopefully I can list that for high. Like you can list weights at like $1 a pound is pretty standard to buy them. But if you're reselling, I guess like $2 a pound. And because of the virus, people are still trying to buy weights for themselves. So I definitely want to get those listed soon. And yeah, I just want to jump on. Like, I appreciate everyone coming on. Man, I don't know. Do you guys think I should like make a schedule to like go live? Lives are kind of like when I feel like going on camera, I just want to like go on camera, like talk about what I got. And then maybe some people will get on, maybe some people won't. But a lot of people have like schedules, but I don't want to be tied to a schedule in case I miss because something comes up or whatever. And then people are like, oh man, you didn't come on, like blah, blah. So Storage Scavenger, I love the name. I'm really big into alliteration. My first name's Sean. I thought about doing Sean Sales, but like, I just seem too like plain. And the funny thing about Taylor Exchange, so I've told this to some people, whenever I started picking names for YouTube, I thought like, my name's Sean Taylor. So I was thinking of using my name because a lot of people do that. And I didn't want to use like something too cliche, So I thought like Taylor's matter, like matter in the universe. And then it coincides with Black Lives Matter. So like people would instantly think of that and not think of like me and my channel. So it's kind of like, maybe that's like too close to, and it was, I started 2 months ago, so it was really hot and heavy then. So I was kind of like, let me change it to, let me think. And then I started like doing the thesaurus for words for like sell and stuff. And I thought about the base exchange at the military bases. And I thought like Taylor Exchange, So whenever I like made that, it was Taylor 'S and then exchange. But whenever you like see the URL or whatever, it's Taylor and they don't put the apostrophe. So it looked like Taylor Sex Change in like the www.taylorsexchange like /YouTube or YouTube. And I was just like, oh no, man. And I thought I was like stuck with it. And then I guess you can change your name up to 3 times before you're stuck for 90 days. And then you can change it. So dodged a bullet there. Definitely like take some time to think about what you're going to do if you're like stamping a name to something. And then like after, the channel, I think I had it for like a couple weeks and I just Googled it to see if I could find my videos on Google. And there's like a Taylor University of Taylor with a foreign exchange program. So that kept coming up. And then there's a Taylor Exchange pawn shop in Michigan, which I was like, man, dude. So the pawn shop, they started in like 2013 and I don't really need the domain necessarily, but they do have it. So I was just kind of like, whatever, like Taylor Exchange is kind of to the point and I like it, So I don't know how people come up with their names, but that's the story of how I came up with Taylor Exchange. My eBay stuff is Taylor.bros, like Taylor Bros, because my brother and I, he's 2.5 years older. We would always make Taylor Bro like our creative profile on like the sports games growing up. So that was kind of something that we did as together. And I was like, well, let me just like use that. And then maybe he'll join the business, but he's far more successful than myself. So he's probably not going to do that, but you never know. I mean, maybe I can like grab my niece and nephew and they can come on board and help me out sometime. Flipping Eric in the house. What's up, man? Dude, always pumping out good quality content. I love watching your stuff, dude. I want to have like a shed like you know, something like that. So I'm going to build a shed this spring. I'm going to save some money now that I bought the truck. I'm going to start saving money, and then I'm going to show you guys how I build it, because I definitely can build it. I just don't know how much I want to put into it. Like, do I want to run power underneath the ground and then like pour a slab, or do I want to have a sink in there, or do I just want to do like a basic shed with like no power and stuff like that? So I gotta decide. Yo, MSN can't upload till I finish watching. That's dedication on my part. Messenger. Okay. Don't really know where you're going with that one, Eric, but that's cool. Try said characters like that don't work on URLs. Yeah, so you can't. Yeah, I figured that out the hard way, man. Yeah. Yeah, Brian, you're really good with the technology, man. I wish I'd have asked you about it before. Tracy said, I like Taylor Sex Change. Don't understand your reasoning. Yeah. I just didn't want to be like, oh yeah, go check out Taylor Sex Exchange, and say it real fast. And then people Google it and it comes up with all this crazy stuff. And they're just like, oh, what a freak. Like, no, I didn't want to do that. I just wanted it to be like my name and like something reseller associated. And then I was kind of nervous about like the YouTube stuff. So I didn't want to like put my first name. I was like, well, Taylor sounds like a first name, and it's, it's pretty cool. Taylor Exchange. And some people, I go up to a lot of people I see in stores and stuff, and I talk about reselling and YouTube. I'm kind of like, I was trying to like find people that were interested in it, so it could like keep me, have some outlet other than my wife, because she likes it, but she's not like us, that are really into it. And then whenever the idea of doing YouTube, I was kind of like, oh, there's like tons of people there, but I didn't realize so many people would actually want to interact with me and like talk about it and stuff. So like, that's another reason, like, yeah, monetization would be like super dope, but being able to just talk to people and like let it all out here so that I don't have to like bug my wife with it. Because I already tell her like, hey, what I picked up and how much I'm gonna sell for. And she's like, like, that's great. But she just doesn't have not the same passion as like somebody who's doing it, but that's cool. Like, she's great. I'm glad that she lets me do it. Flipping Eric, build new shed. Yeah. Okay. Eric, you've built a lot of stuff. Just can't watch videos on my phone while I download. Basically, I put you my first mic. Oh, dude, right on, man. Right on. I appreciate that, dude. Anyone who sacrifices like their screen, like priority to go watch somebody else, like that's a big time move. I have a couple monitors, so sometimes I'll play like a couple of channels. Typically I'll mute one and watch it, and then I'll like listen to the other, and then sometimes I'll flip back. So I try to get out there and help people with the channel, because I know the watch hours is like tremendously difficult to achieve. But we can all help each other out like you guys are now. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Eric. So I'm gonna build a shed, everybody. Big time shed. I'm not gonna become shed flips or something crazy like that. The shed is going to be for my mower, my chainsaws, like any type of equipment like that, my table saws, things like that. And it's gonna be in the backyard. And then my garage, I'm gonna keep as like a half of it is kind of like for weights. I have my bench set up and dumbbells and things like that. And then the laundry is also in there. I have like the washer and dryer in the garage. And then on the other side, I'm going to use like just like a storage, like an inventory. So it's not it's not an air conditioned garage, but it's an oversized garage. It's not like a true 2-car, but it's an oversized garage. So I definitely want to do that. And that's something I'm going to do hopefully, but before the end of summer. I'm gonna do it in the spring if I have enough money, but I don't know how to go about building the shed just yet. Nana Tink Treasures, welcome. Pick and roll, what's up, man? I haven't caught on one of your videos like lately. I know you kill it in the bin, so I definitely need to see what you're picking up. Hella Bella, thank Under Armour shirt. Yeah, this is actually a thrifted shirt. So like almost all my clothes I wear are thrifted, like the shoes, the pants, the shirt, not the underwear. I'm not like that. But yeah, if you guys can just like wear things you find at the thrift store, you pay like a couple bucks. I would never buy like this shirt is probably like a $35 shirt at like Academy or something like that. And I paid a couple bucks. So yeah, definitely love wearing the inventory. Anyway, I got a few items to list. It's like 8:37. This is Central Time. I'm going to get some items listed. I have like the shoes I'm going to list. I have those weights that I need to relist. Not the underwear. Yeah, no, not the underwear. No. Never buy new clothes if I can't help it. Ross has cheap Yeah, even Ross. Like, I mean, yeah, it's super cheap, but here's a story with Ross. I'll tell you guys a quick story before I get off. So here in Texas, it gets to be like 90s to 100 in the summer. We've been blessed with like a couple weeks where it's been really cool lately, but it's over 100 degrees. So a few years back, I was gonna go to Ross because I used to go to TJ Maxx and Ross like pretty frequent for light clothes and things like that before I got into reselling. And it was like 110 degrees, and I had a full Nalgene, like the big water bottles, and I was like, it may have even had Gatorade powder in it. Like it was a primo drink, like to refresh me so that I wouldn't die in the Texas heat. And I was just walking to Ross. I think it was just water. So I was walking into Ross, and then um, they stopped me, right? They have like the security guard in Ross. I don't know if they have that in yours, but they have like the security guard who got, they're like the mall cop type cops, they don't carry a firearm, but they're no joke in uniform, ready to tell people to stop stealing, but I don't know if they would ever chase them down. So I walked in there with the water bottle, and what did they say? You guys already know it. No, sir, there's no food or drink allowed in the store. And I said, oh, that's great. Like, I understand the rules of food and drink. And to me, food and drink is kind of like a thing of nachos from the stadium and like a cup with like a straw and everything. And I had a water bottle with like a tightened lid. And I like went like this. I was like, oh, we're fine. Like, it's not going to pour out. And I was like, you know what? I wouldn't even drink it in here. Can I like leave it up at the front? Because I just don't want to leave it in the car. When you leave something in the car, when it's 100 degrees, it becomes like 150 degrees. And that water would have been ruined for the rest of the day. And I wasn't about that. So she wouldn't let me in the store at all. You know what I did? I turned right around. I said, you know what? I bet TJ Maxx will let me have that water bottle in there. And I just left and went to TJ Maxx. And I don't really remember if they let me. I'm sure they did. But yeah, it's just kind of like people don't use like common sense sometimes. I mean, yeah, okay, like I didn't have giant like 44, 64 ounce like Slurpees, I wasn't going in there to like pour all over their cheap marked down clothes. Like I just had a water bottle and I didn't want to leave it in my car. So anyway, that's a little story. I don't know if you guys had that kind of experience, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, how would I handle it different? I guess is a question I can ask myself. And probably just, I don't know, man. I'd probably like set it right outside the door or something, but it's still hot in like the pavement, so it'd still be a bad deal. Hella Bella, you said my Ross has security people and started putting everything small in plastic cubes. It's pretty annoying. Luckily, I have a giant purse to shove my drinks into. The struggle is real. So I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Now, let me ask you, Hella Bella, have you ever put like candy in your purse and then gone into the movie theaters to bypass the expensive candy that they have? Because that's a pretty good little thing. My grandma used to do that, and I loved it because it was like you get like your pick of candy, and you don't have to pay $6 for a thing of Skittles. Exactly. Awesome, man. Well, I don't know, guys. That's all I have. I really apologize for the lava lamp. I didn't turn it on like soon enough. It takes like a little while to heat up, but typically I like the lava lamp to be doing its thing so people don't have to like stare right at my face. They can like look at something else while they hear me talk. But next time, guys, I'm gonna let the lava lamp heat up for a little bit, and I'm gonna have a better little chat. Hella Bella said I brought sushi into the movies once. Oh man, dude, baller move. That's kind of like a who's that quarterback? Eric, you can help me. He stole the crab legs from like the buffet and then he got in trouble for it. It was Jameis Winston. Yeah, he stole crab legs from a buffet, like king crab legs, and just walked out. He didn't steal them. Like he paid for the meal and then like it's all you can eat, but like you have to be at the table, I think, to get all that stuff. So he grabbed the crab legs to go, and then they made a big deal about it. But that's what I think of about the sushi in the movies. Taylor needs to start touting a huge purse. No, I'm not going to tout a huge purse. Unless I thrift one that's like super dope and it's really cheap. Maybe I will. Eric, usually you can caress yourself into a situation. Yeah, I don't know, man. Still alive till the lamp gets going. And Tracy, I don't know how you and Tommy's endurance, like I was going to comment on, I don't know, y'all were chatting. It might've been in like one of the bigger channels. And I was going to be like, man, their endurance is like super strong because y'all do like marathon lives. And then y'all talk about Twitch sometime. And I used to be into watching Twitch. They're not really for the games. Like I'm not a big gamer, but I was playing Dark Souls and I was watching those people play, and they play without like even getting hit the whole game. And I'm like, dude, that's like impossible. But they're like robots with it. But there was a guy who was powerlifting, and then I was getting some tips off of him because if you don't know how to do that stuff, you can really get hurt. And he was, I don't know, I was like really focused into that for a little while, but yeah, y'all go for like 5 or 6 hours in the middle of the night. And I'm kind of like, when do these guys sleep? Like, I guess they just sleep during the day or just like, I don't know, man. Just maybe you don't sleep. Maybe you guys don't sleep. Some people don't need as much sleep. Let's see. Jen says, I'm still going to be looking at you when you talk. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hello, Bill. I'm not trying to pay $8 for Skittles. Yeah, dude, I hear you there. I'm not trying to pay that much for Skittles. I mean, okay, even at work, right? We have snacks at work, and it's like, I don't know if it's the honor system, right? Like there's no cash register, but they bring out like Reese's cups, right? And it's like 75 cents for one of those. And I'm like, dude, why don't you just have it at market value? Like, I'm not trying to pay up so that you guys have like a little bit of like, 10 cents. Just market it like 50 cents. That's what they cost, man. Like, come on. Let's see. Thought it was from grocery stores. Eric talking about the Skittles still. Tracy said it's hard sometimes to stay on so long, but I love when UK wakes up and comes in. That makes me so like sad. So my brother is in the military and he's stationed at Mendenhall in it's near London, and they are 6 hours. Yeah, they're 6 hours ahead. So it's 8:44. It's like 14 o'clock, like middle of the morning there, 2:44. And if I had to call him for something like super, like, hey, I'm on a live with 13 people watching, like we're close to my max record of 17, like he wouldn't be able to hear it till the next day. And I'd probably wake him up and he'd be like, dude, stop trying to like call me in the middle of the night. Remember the hours difference. So yeah, it kind of hurts. And I understand your pain wanting to stay up with your UK friends because it's just the hours, Greg says, thank you. Very upset about the lava lamp. Yeah, maybe I'll just leave the live on and just train it in on the lava lamp, man. Some people that leave lives on like some weird stuff. If you guys, I know y'all have probably delved like deep into the world of YouTube, but I fell into this channel and it was like, I think it was called Blades of Grass, and all they do is mow lawns. It's these two guys, or he has like a crew, and they just set up the GoPro, I guess, and they just mow the lawns. And there's something really peaceful about that. It looks really good too. Let's see. Steph said, these lives are perfect for my husband because he loves to talk. I know. Oh, I told her I was going to be on. I was like, I'm going to go on for like 30 minutes and then I'm going to like get off. But I didn't have much to share, but I do enjoy talking. I do enjoy the chat being live, like it's cool. Sending some flake bars. Send you some flake bars. Oh, Nanting said we had a dollar store right next to our theater. It was perfect. Yeah, dude, that's like a deadly combination. Dollar store. Now, was it like a Dollar Tree or was it a Dollar General? Because Dollar General is, I don't know where they get off thinking they can like charge more than $1 for things. Like dollars in your name, man. Like be true to yourself, Dollar Tree, man, it's excellent. Yeah, Dollar Trees are dope. And you can get some really good deals there. Some people do all the Dollar Tree flipping. I think that's like a little too low of margins for me, but hey, I guess like discontinued stuff, if you can get that and hold on to it, but I'm not really about all that. Let's see. Greg's talking about meth heads. Hella Bella loves fish tank live videos. That's interesting. Fish tank lives. So that means they just like train it on their fish tank, right? And like you just watch the fish. It's pretty cool. You're watching haunted orbs and just a live showing of orbs flying around. Okay. I'd be skinny Greg. Tracy and Greg going a little side chat on the chat. That's cool. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Stop it. I've sourced a few things from Dollar Tree, Dollar General for Amazon FBA. Yeah, Amazon's kind of a tricky thing. I made an account and I put some listings up there, but I think because I don't have don't you need to have the account, pay for the account to send things into Amazon, or else you just have to do it like fulfillment by merchant, I think. I'd have to check on that, but yeah, FBA is pretty cool, man. I saw a guy, his name is Eric. It wasn't flipping Eric, but his name's Eric, and he's actually a pilot in the Air Force. And he had a bunch of little girl costumes at his grocery cart at Walmart. And I was like, dude, like, what's up, man? I know you're a reseller. And I had just started. It was last October. And I was only like 1 month in. And he was telling me he did Amazon and all that. And he was buying like thousands of dollars worth of these costumes. It was the little girl It costumes. And I guess that was like the big costume last year. So he was buying them from all the different Walmarts and telling me how he sends them in and stuff. And Now he's got a partner and they got like a warehouse and all that stuff. So he's high speed though. I mean, he seems like he's always been kind of like ahead of the curve on things, but yeah, definitely some money to be made in Amazon FBA, but I'm not the guy to do that. Not right now, at least. Here, Tracy. Let's see. Greg's talking Tracy, Dancing Queen Okay. Pick and roll. Tracy, I'm still afraid of Amazon. So dumb for me. So dumb of me. Yeah. I don't know. So like, I try to like follow his advice, and I still like text him and like call him from time to time because the dude's wicked smart. But what he told me is because he would send me items, like he's in a Patreon with like 100 people, and they send him items to go look for at the stores. And I guess they're the few hundred people that know about it. But like, he would tell me if you're going to spend $3 on an item, then it needs to make you like, shit, I don't want to say this wrong for you. He said something like, it's something like 30%. I think it's like 30% is a minimum for him to buy the item. And then if he doesn't sell the item, he just requests it back from Amazon, he'll return it. So he's like, he told me after all those costumes, he's like, dude, I had to return a lot of those costumes, but like he made a ton of money off of it. And he has like multiple lines of credit, and then he scores off of the bonus money you get for like signing up for certain cards and spending like so many thousands of dollars. So he has like multiple facets of how he gains his income. And it just seemed a lot for me then. I figure if like I spend some time on it and have him as like that connect to kind of guide me in like setting up my systems. Cause we have 3 Walmarts in my town, and that's like a decent amount for a small town. And yeah, so it's definitely something that I think people should kind of like at least figure out at least a little bit how to do it, because Amazon's so massive. Hey, Regina, I'm glad you could make it. Thank you for showing up. Y'all's live was cool last night too. That was fun. I had a lot of fun. I'm just talking to people now. Like they said, because the chat's going like so strong. I mean, we're at 14 people right now with 9 likes. One's my wife, but that's great because she's a great fan too. They said to keep talking, you know. I showed off a few of the items I picked up, which was like one item is the Doc Martin in the thumbnail. I paid $2.99 for that sandal. It's going to sell. I'm going to list it for $49.99 with free ship, or $49.99 with free ship. And I'll take probably like $40 for it in a minimum. Doc Martens sell like really well. Also, let's catch up. Hellbella says, I do 95% of my business on Amazon and 5% on eBay. The only times I use eBay now is when I'm not allowed to sell on Amazon. I've sold on eBay for over 10 years. They have pros and cons. Yeah, so you get like gated in a lot of the Amazon stuff. And see, that guy even sent me like list of things that you can type in and get yourself ungated, so that whenever it's just like saves you time and you don't have to. My wife let Dean back in. Come here, bud. This is my dog, Dean, if nobody's seen him before. He's an old man. Dean. Yeah. He usually sits right at the corner of that rug in here behind me whenever I'm doing like my listings. So definitely a solid dog. Like labs are like one of my favorites. I wouldn't mind getting like a golden retriever lab mix, or just like a golden retriever next, but you know, Dean's the man for now. But yeah, Hellbell, you do a lot on Amazon. Amazon's great. Definitely more to learn. And then the profit's a little bit less, but some things sell extremely fast. Like I was going to buy this webcam that I'm using now. This is a Logitech 1080. It's the C930C. And I was going to just walk into Best Buy and buy it. Well, guess what? You can't find any webcams right now. They're flying off the shelves. So I went to Walmart and I bought a webcam. And it wasn't a good webcam, but it had such a strong sell-through rate. There was like 150 listed, and I think 950 had sold in the last 90 days. So I paid $87 for that webcam, and it sold in one day for $139.99 with free shipping. So I made like $20 off that webcam, and it sold instantly. So like, or not instantly, but you know, like one day is pretty instant. So yeah, like that's retail arbitrage in a nutshell. Like I could have gone to the other 2 Walmarts, bought the same camera, and sold it. So like, if you're okay spending the $87 and you know you're gambling a little bit with the eBay return policy stuff, and then somebody sending you back like a can of soda. Yeah, but you know, I've never been burned on that. Like I've sold, you know, getting pretty high up there in numbers, I would think. So like I haven't had that issue at least. But I have had a couple items lost in the mail. Like that's happened a couple times. So definitely the risk out there. I'm gonna catch up. People been chatting. Dean rolls the house. Yeah, so my wife she had like the front door open, but the screen door like shut, and she had the little thing down so that like air could come in because it was kind of decent today. And then dude starts barking like crazy. And it's the only time he barks when people come to the door. And I'm just like, dude, chill out, man. And it was the UPS guy, he was coming with the package and Dean was just barking his way at him. And he like does like like it's kind of like he doesn't want to bark to intimidate people, but he'll bark to like bark, And I'm just like, dude, come on, man. Like, you're too old for that, dude. You're not going to do anything. Nana said, we always had labs, retrievers, and now a golden doodle. No fur. So nice. Yeah, the fur's a little bit of an issue, but that's whatever. Let's see. You can get auto. Let's see. Hellbell's talking about the Amazon world. You can get auto gated on things if you're lucky. That happened to me. For groceries, toys, and Under Armour and many other brands. It has to do with your sales and metrics and your account health. Okay. Yeah, so that's the whole thing with Amazon. Like, things are gated, so definitely some learning curves. But there's a lot of groups out there that you can like figure things out from. But yeah, whenever I saw him scanning, like this guy Eric was scanning all those things, I was like, dang, like the reselling world is like, it's booming here in my town, but he isn't even from here. Like, he was just like here at the base, like doing some training, and then he was going, I think he's from Washington actually. So there's not like, at least in my town, there's not a lot of people doing it. So, but I do see a lot of the same people though. Like, there's definitely a few, but I don't think there's a lot. And a lot of people know I buy shoes. Like, sometimes I walk into the Goodwill and they're like, there's the shoe guy. And I'm just like, I will buy the shoes, but I'm trying to get away from shoes because, they're just kind of like time consuming, but they do sell pretty fast. So if you guys want quick sales, like, look at the shoes. Some of the sell-through rates are really fast and they're easy to ship too. Let's see, Greg said, you're not gonna go dumpster diving, Greg. Some people are making like mad videos with the dumpster diving stuff. And I'm kind of like, man, I don't know what it is about people watching them. Like, I've got caught up watching a couple of them, but it's kind of like, I'm not really trying to watch that, but I'm not trying to do that. But I've gone to like some of the stores, like we have an Entertain Mart here, some of the stores, and just be like, hey, do you guys have any boxes? And yeah, they'll bring a bunch of boxes to you if you find the right people. +1 thrifting. Hello, welcome. I'm just kind of like going live and chatting it up with people. I mean, people are really, they're really having a good time with the chat. So I figured I would go on. The lava lamp, check it out. Greg, you wanted it to go? Look at that thing, man. So I had a blue one growing up. My brother and I had a blue one, right? And anytime we were playing like Madden or like PlayStation, we just like flip on the lava lamp and like just let it go. This one I found at a garage sale. So I paid $3 for it. And I thought about reselling it, but I don't know if it's worth like, I don't even know how I could do it because you're really not supposed to shake them and stuff. So like, I don't even know if I would do it, but it was one of those things where I'm like, oh, I had a lava lamp growing up and I want one now. So, and I wanted some type of like ambiance in my room a little bit. So yeah. +1 thrifting. I'm too afraid I'll get arrested dumpster diving. Yeah. I don't really know the laws on that, but I was at TJ Maxx yesterday. I actually bought a beard trimmer. So mine had gone out on me. I tried to like trim it straight down from here. And I thought about making a video about it because keeping up a decent beard is hard to do. And there's not great videos on it. So I thought about making a video about that. But anyway, Tracy said you can shake them. Maybe while they're going, you can't shake them. I don't know. But you said you shipped one from the 70s. You can shake them. Okay. I tell you what, though, there's like a spring. It's like a coil spring or something down there. And mine was like sideways and it was all jacked up, and it's because I bumped into it, but it did settle back. So maybe people that get them know that they'll settle back and work. But I guess, I don't know. I'm not going to sell it, Tracy. If you want to buy it, maybe, but I'm not selling it to just anybody. No way. I love it. I mean, look at it go. Look at the little. Yeah, man, that's cool. I'm not selling that thing unless that's worth like $100, but it's not worth $100. I already looked at that. Anyway, so I was at the TJ Maxx, right? And I bought the beard trimmer. And you know what she said to me? I was kind of lame with her, but okay. So it was like open, right? Like it was kind of like an Apple box, like a really clean box. and it had like some hairs on it, right? And it was already open. So I like turned it on to make sure it worked. And I'm kind of like, okay, so this has been used and returned, right? Because there was like little bits of hair, like somebody used it once and they returned it. So I said, hey, can I get a discount on this item because it's used and like, there's hair in it? And she goes, no, this isn't used. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, can I get a discount on it? And she gave me 10% off, which was super nice and generous of her. I appreciate that. But she said when they get returned items to TJ Maxx like that, they have to throw them away, like curling irons. And she said all this stuff. She says they throw it away. And then I was thinking like, where's your dumpster? Like, can I go through your, there's like my like dream like situation, just have a dumpster full of items to resell. Now, granted, like that item, I think resells for like 20 bucks or 30 bucks. Maybe it's a pretty cheap like trimmer, but yeah, and some people damage things out. So like at a pet store I worked at, they'll like cut open the dog food so like people won't use them, or they'll just damage out the product. So like, I don't think they damage out the product at TJ Maxx, but if I can find that, talk to them and be like, hey, I can at least like give you some money for this, but they probably can't do that because of the rules and stuff. And they don't, but yeah, so it seems like retail stores, and I guess that's why there's dumpster diving videos. People are finding like stuff that's still good in the trash. And it goes to show that our country's super rich. That's why people can make money selling other people's like trash or, used stuff. Let's see. Joe Deals, what's up, man? Glad to have you in the chat. We are doing pretty good. I've been going for a little while now. Like I can see like the bloodshotness going because I haven't been blinking like I normally do. I don't even have any water here, so I'm getting a little thirsty. But 13 people in the chat, 12 thumbs up. That's pretty solid. I think my max was like 17. Like we just bumped to 14. So somebody heard me out there and decided to jump on. Maybe it's the lava lamp. Maybe the lava lamp it's matching my shirt a little bit. Like it's getting the job done. Nansing says that lava lamp is cool. My son has one like that, only it's turquoise. Now that would be pretty cool. Like, I don't know. I mean, how many lava lamps is too many lava lamps? Like, I know some people collect clocks. I know some people collect a lot of things, but it's kind of like maybe I can get a few lava lamps, like maybe suspend one from the ceiling or like I couldn't have it upside down, but like, yeah, that'd be pretty cool, right? They get pretty hot though. Yeah, that one's pretty hot. So just to catch everybody up, if you didn't hear in the beginning, I bought some Doc Martens sandals. Paid $2.99. Going to list them for maybe $49.99. Free shipping. I'll push the envelope on these. Speaking of envelopes, I'll likely ship it in this flat rate envelope. Now, I don't know how you guys feel out there in the reselling world, but I ship a lot of items in these envelopes. I ship a lot of my shoes in them. I just shove them in there. I do wrap them in plastic, not bubble wrap, but like, plastic poly bags, clear bags. And some people are against it, but shipping is getting like pricier and pricier. And I figure like, what the heck, man, I'm just going to go for it. And nobody has ever been like, oh, I hated my, shoes that I paid for came in a mailer, like hasn't happened to me yet. So I'm going to keep doing it. I think, you want things to be like semi-professional, but like people know it's just somebody like selling it on eBay. Like some people that buy things on Amazon have the impression that it comes from like this magical Amazon land, which I guess the fulfillment centers are pretty magical, but some people have no idea where their items come from. Like on eBay, they pretty much typically have a good idea that your items come from whoever is selling it on eBay. But on Amazon, people have this impression that it's coming from like a glory hole of like Amazon produces like all these millions of goods, but they don't. They're just a ship. Like ask people, say like, hey, do you order stuff on Amazon? They'll be like, yes, because almost everybody does. And then be like, so where do your items come from? And they're like, Amazon, of course. And then you're just like, no, it's people like buying stuff on the clearance rack and then selling them to you guys for more because you don't want to go to the clearance rack yourself. But that's kind of my take on that. I mean, I don't know. Another thing I wanted to ask you guys, those of you, Swamp Picker, welcome to the chat. Those of you that have YouTube channels, have you told anybody that you have a YouTube channel aside from family and friends? Like, have you gone up to a complete stranger and just been like, hey, do you watch YouTube? And they're just like, yeah, I watch YouTube. And you're just like, do you want to watch my channel? because I do it to a lot of people. I think it's pretty fun. Tommy, what's up? Brand new. Glad you came to the channel. Your partner in crime, Tracy, has been in here from the start. I don't know if she's still in here, man. But I typically talk about my sourcing on lives like this. And typically they're like full of good items that you guys might be on the lookout for. Today, not so much. Only item I picked up is a pair of Doc Marten sandals. I paid $2.99 for these. I was going to list them for, here it is, $49.99, free shipping. I know you're against the shipping, but if I listed it for, let's say, $39.99 and offered the $9.99 shipping, wouldn't that be similar? Anyway, Tommy says, she is man torture. Have to be careful with her. Yes. I've seen some of y'all's guys' lives, and granted, I don't have like 5-hour blocks of time to watch all of them, but they're pretty cool, man. You guys chop it up. I like it. So anyway, while I was at the thrift store, I saw somebody talking to the worker, which I know the worker. I talk to him a lot as I go in there a lot, and she said, "I'm buying this, or I'd like to buy the couch, but when do I need to pick it up?" And he said, "You need to pick it up in 24 hours. It'd be tomorrow." So she obviously didn't have a truck, and I just bought a truck. So I was like, "Hey, I'll deliver your couch for $20. She's like, "Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great." So then I was like, "Well, as long as you live in town, because I'm not trying to like take like a cross country journey for $20. That's dumb." And she lived, fairly close to where the thrift store was. And I was like, all right, great. And then I saw what she wanted. It was like a half circle sectional. I mean, this thing was huge. And one had a sleeper in it, and the other one had like electronics in it too. So it was like super heavy, and it was super old school. It had the middle seat that went down as the tabletop, but then it had a phone on the middle. It had a dial pad and it had a speaker box. And then they had a phone jack for like your RJ11. And it plugged into the phone. And whenever the girl, she was a little younger than me, but she was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "That's a phone. Like, it's in the couch. Like, it's pretty cool. You should try to, there's no phone lines in most places, but it's pretty interesting." So I ended up getting it loaded with the guy that worked there. And then we went to her apartment with her friend, and then her boyfriend and her friends, their friends were coming, but they weren't there yet. So I just like drug it out and rocked it off the edge of the bed and kind of like the bed of the truck and just like set it down. I was like, "All right, see you guys later. Thanks for the $20." Like, I don't know. I figured I got to like break the truck in and use it. And I figured $20, take like 30 minutes. It took about 40 minutes maybe. So a little longer than I wanted to, but you know what? $20 is $20. And for me, it took 30 minutes. So that seems about right for me. Let's see. Greg, gonna take off. Thanks for staying on. Sean, night, everyone. All right, man, dude. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by. I really appreciate all you guys' support. You're taking time out of your days, and I appreciate that. Tommy said, "Similar, yes, other than returns. Can't keep shipping on free shipping, unfortunately. Doesn't seem like a lot, but full-time, that's a few grand a year. I can understand part-time." Interesting. That is interesting. Can't keep shipping on free. Can't keep the shipping on free shipping, unfortunately. Other than returns, can't keep shipping. Hang on a second. Should I answer it, or should I just? It could be a robot. Let me just answer it. Hello? Hello?
I am sorry, sir. I have dialed the wrong number.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to say, though?
Sir?
Do you have anything you want to talk about? Just because, I don't know. I figure you might as well. He did call. I answered, so.
No, sir. I was trying to call my granddaughter.
Ah, okay. I'll let you get back to your granddaughter. Sorry about all that.
Yes. Yeah, bye.
Bye. Do you think she just like triangulated my cell phone? I don't know. So yeah, if you guys don't know, I think his name's like Kit Vada. Tommy, you might know him because you've been on Twitch, but he's got that massive Twitch channel where he like talks to the scammers, and he keeps them on as long as he can. And he's really into the tech. So like, when I say he's into the tech, I just mean somebody who's smarter than me with computers is what I mean by that. And he'll like set up little folders and stuff that just says like porn, and then he'll just like, he'll see what they do, and then he'll be messing with them, and he'll set up like these cards with like $1 on it or whatever. And then they finally get the Holy Grail, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, for $399, I can repair your computer." And he's just like, "Excellent, just what I needed." He does different voices anyway. He's super popular, like super entertaining. He's pretty humble because I'm pretty sure his grandmother had been hacked or scammed, and he wants to like take them out one by one, So Definitely a good guy there. No, Tommy, I didn't ask if she's single. I mean, I thought it was like in the background. I kind of heard like the TV or something. It just felt, it wasn't loud like a call center, but it felt weird. And then whenever I heard she seemed authentic, I was like, I ain't going to take this any further. But I don't know if you guys know this, but like, well, not if you guys know this, you guys know a lot of stuff, but like when you guys get calls, do you ever try to like go along with it if it's the wrong number? They're just like, Johnny, and you're just like, yeah, and you know, just like answer them back and see like where it takes you. That's pretty funny stuff too. I mean, you got to be pretty like lonely and pretty talkative like me to get into that, but you know, I don't get a lot of calls. So when I do get one, even if it's a scammer, especially on my work phone, I'll talk to the scammers because I don't know. I mean, I got nothing else to do at work. I'm just kidding. Hopefully no one from work's watching this. I like to stay busy and do that stuff. Let's see. Regina said I'm a mess. I know. Girl Hustle. Oh, welcome. I didn't even know you jumped in. Excellent. Good to see you. Let's see. Tommy said, yep, love him, but found another guy that is like him on steroids. I can't imagine, man. I can't imagine. Golly. I mean, dude, he makes mad money. Like his chat is so fast and people are dropping money and I'm just like, dude, man, like, I don't know, dude. People on that are like another level. Like when you see Ninja playing games, like, and he gets all those, like, I guess not super chats, but they just drop money or whatever. It's just like, dang, dude. He says the guy literally tracks them down and flies drone over their building and they're like, oh my goodness, dude. That is next level. I thought I seen on TV. Maybe. I don't know if he may have gotten that big. Jim Browning. He's like Kid Bot on roids. Jim Browning. Maybe, man. Maybe I'll check him out. Because you can. I never answer my phone. Plus 113. I know a lot of people like that. If they don't know the number, they don't answer it. Here's something I was thinking because I typically block the number, right? So like I'll block it and I'll report it as a scam call. Now I got into thinking like I've probably blocked thousands of numbers in the last few years. What if somebody that I meet that has that number, because sometimes they take the numbers from others, I guess, and then they try to call me and then it's blocked. There's like, dude, I'm like, hey, did you call me? And they're like, no, I didn't call you. Like, that's kind of an issue, you know? So like, maybe I should be blocking. Maybe I should just report them, but not block them. Not really sure, man. Not really sure. I know a lot of people that don't answer their phone though. Tracy, are you on Twitch, Sean? Tracy, why do I say it like that? Tracy says, are you on Twitch, Sean? I created a Twitch account and I was watching a lot of people on Twitch, right? I mean, not a lot of people. Like I had like 3 or 4 people I like to watch. And my name on there was like curmudgeon. And curmudgeon is like, it's a word that it's like an old fart or something. It's like I don't even know. You might have to just Google it to figure it out. But I was reading it in a book. I was really into like some of the Russian novels, you know, like Dostoevsky, the authors, and Tolstoy. And I saw the word curmudgeon and I had to like look it up because they said it a couple times about this one character. And then I finally figured it out. I was like, that's a cool name. So I was watching people with that name. And then I kind of trolled some people. I'll tell you, I did. I kind of trolled some people because I just thought it was like a bizarre thing. Like I didn't even know people got on YouTube and just talked or got on Twitch and just did whatever the heck they felt like doing. So I had a good time. And like, I would be like, I would try to beef up the person doing it. And then if somebody was trolling them, I would troll that person. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a defender of those being trolled. So I would just be like, ban him, like, get him out of here. Like, we don't need him. And they're just like, he's banned. And then I just got like a good kick out of it. So, but no, Tracy, I'm not on Twitch. And the reason I'm not, because it was curmudgeon, right? And then one guy was like, oh, come dungeons in the house. And I'm just like, oh, that was like super clever. Like, and then people kept like piling it on. And then I think he even like saw me in another chat and I was just like, dang, dude, like what is wrong with this? Like, you got to be careful when you pick names, man. You just can't pick something like, you can't name your kid something weird that kids are going to pick on them about. And yeah, you're kind of like, well, it doesn't mean that, but if it's like that, it could scar them, you know? So like, that was the last time I was on Twitch, Tracy. Like they made fun of my name. Maybe I'll make a Taylor Exchange Twitch account, but I don't know. Like, don't make it and steal it. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Grow Hustle. I don't know the exact title. Just look for the one with the goose pick, about 10 minutes. You can't stop laughing. Must be talking about a video or something. Brian says, I just let Google answer my unknown phone numbers. I don't know how that works. Is it like an app or something? Not sure. Grow Hustle said, what's up, Virginia? The Media Marauder, dude. Love the alliteration, man. I love chat. Like, I love when people use alliteration. I should have used that in mind. Media Marauder. Marauder's a cool word, too. You don't answer your phone either. Yeah, man. Dude, it's like, dude, like robocalls is a plague, dude. It's an absolute plague. I hate them, man. Especially because I carry two phones. Like I carry the work phone, and I carry my phone. And for a while there, I was just getting hit up left and right. And I'm just like, ignore, block, report. Damn, dude. And then sometimes I'd answer, I'd be like, what the hell? Maybe they're saying something good. Two dudes picking. What's up, my dude? How's it going, man? We were talking about basketball. If anybody's ever seen that movie from back in the day, it's a pretty good one. Dave's Digs. Hey, peeps. What's up, man? Glad you could stop by. I hope you're enjoying it. Hope you didn't just jump in and jump out. That'd be lame, but, some people do that. They got other things going on. I understand. Some people don't want to see the lava lamp. Some people saw the thumbnail and they want to see, like, the pair of sandals I picked up. They're good sandals. They're Doc Martens. Do you guys see this Doc Marten? Now, one thing with the Doc Martens, make sure it's actually, like, on the leather. Sometimes you'll see this and you'll think, oh, that's a Doc Marten, but it's like just the sole is kind of like a knockoff Doc Marten. I don't know. You want to see it in the leather though. Dave Diggs, I'm still here, dude. Yeah, I didn't think you were one of those people. I really didn't. I said that and then I instantly was like, kind of like, oh, wow, he has alliteration in his name. Like he's not one of those people. No way, no how. Oh, let's see. The Robin Hood of Trolls +1 thrifting. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, here was my thinking. Like, if somebody had, I think it was like less than 100 people watching, I would jump in and I would try to like give them confidence and stuff because I was like, this has got to be tough to do. And I would try to battle their trolls for them. And I didn't ask for money in return. I didn't ask for any of that. And yeah, I just did it for fun. Blue Consignment, welcome. Glad to see you. I saw you comment on Taylor Bell's newest video, and I was thinking about watching one of your videos next, and then I got into another world of activities with dinner and getting on here. I've only been here for a few minutes, so it might be off topic, but have you been watching any Among Us games? Have you been watching any Among Us games? No, I have not. Tracy said maybe you can do Taylor's exchange on Twitter. What Tracy's referring to think that, so that you guys don't think she's trolling me, whenever I came up with my name, I had the apostrophe S for Taylor's exchange, like it's my exchange. And whenever it's in the URL, it takes off the apostrophe so it looks like Taylor sex change. And I decided to change it instantly, and I was really nervous and sweating it, and I changed it to Taylor exchange. Worked out. Meteor Otter, thanks. I love the Marauder part. It's like I'm a Viking hunting. Yeah. The only other time I've seen Marauder is on Borderlands. They have like the little guys, and they're the Marauders, and you got to like wipe them out. And usually they're pretty weak, but hopefully you're not like them Marauders. I mean, the Media Marauder, like that makes me think you're into like the news or something, man. Dave Diggs, you're still, yeah, we got that. I love basketball. I met Ron Jeremy and one of the girls. Basketball. Okay, I read it wrong. Basketball. And you met Ron Jeremy and one of the girls, and they signed my basketball VHS. Dude, money, man. That's crazy, dude. That's super cool, man. Like, speaking of celebs, my wife and I are going to Waco on Saturday. We're going to make a big day trip out of it. And I'm going to try to get some GoPro footage with Chip and Joanna Gaines. Maybe I'll get it. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just like ask them to hang out and see if they want to hang out with me and be my best friend. I'd probably quit my job and work for Chip. I know some construction skills. I can measure, read a tape measure and that kind of thing. Nana Tink, I want to know how I have a medical company blocked, yet they are still able to leave a robo voicemail. Beats me. I have no clue. You need to give a few blue wrenches out. Oh man, dude. Do you click on participants? Let's see. Swamp picker. Nope, that's not where you go. I'll have to figure it out next time. I'm just gonna keep going. I feel tired though. You guys can kind of see it like in my eyes, but it's probably because of the lights. I have these product lights. It really helps with the camera. It's kind of burning into my eyes though. Let's see. Thank you so much for watching my interview with the Bearded Thrift Machine. To dudes picking. Yeah, excellent. That's good to watch other people's channels. Blood, sweat, and sell, man. How are you, sir? Dude, I am great. I'm doing pretty good. It's like 9:18. I still got I got 3 items to list, but I don't know how long it takes you to list items, but it doesn't take me that long to list items. It takes almost as much time for me to like transfer it from, I use the iPad mini too for photos. This is probably the best camera in my house. And it takes almost as much time to do the photos and transfer it to my laptop as it does to actually like list them. Once they're on the computer, like the photos, I list them really fast. I do sell similar and I use Text Blaze because one of my favorites, Josh from A Lot of Josh, he has a video about Text Blaze. You should probably watch all his videos. He's not really doing it anymore, but Text Blaze, you just do like, it's a Google Chrome extension. I press 2 keys. It's the slash key and then one of the letters, and it auto populates in the description. My descriptions are super plain. So it'll say something like, the first line will just be like X, and then the bottom will be like, this item is shipped with first class shipping. Please see photos. And then it says something like, please contact me directly. And that's in like Blueprint. Please contact me directly if you have any questions about your item. So I have that for first class, priority, used first class, new used priority, new first class, new priority. This is shipping. And then I have like FedEx shipping and things like that. So essentially I just do sell similar. I redo the title to what I want it to be. And then I pretty much just go through it. I upload my pictures. While I upload my pictures and they're, uploading, I go through the rest of it. I fill out my shipping for the length, width, and height. I just do 9 tab 9 tab 9. So 9 inches by 9 inches by 9 inches. And I always do 2 pounds for priority, even if it's way heavier. And then because I have the free shipping, the calculated doesn't matter. So like, that's just something I do to get through everything quickly. And then by the time the photos are done, I go back up there to make sure the photos are in the right order. They typically are. And I go down and I list it. So like, it really doesn't take much time with the Text Blaze. Yeah, I get through them pretty quick. So it's mainly just taking the photos, putting the shoe inserts in so that I time and it looks nice. But yeah, that's pretty much all I do for listings. I don't put too much effort into doing that because I figure if you have like a good item, it doesn't really matter how excellent you make your titles and your listing. I mean, yeah, you want good keywords, obviously. But like if you just get it up there and it's a popular hot selling item, it's going to sell. Brian says, why don't you list from the iPad? It's just too slow, man. Like when it comes to like my thumbs and using the touchscreen, like I said, I just kind of went through it. Like whenever they're in the folders on there and I get to the desktop, I just go really fast. The sell similar, everything is super quick. I mean, maybe I could get fast with the tablet, but I hate using the tablet. Like I really do hate using it. Excuse me. Yeah, so the Meteor Marauder, he's asking about Josh. Dude, I don't know, man. But I tell you what, whenever he had, like, I'm super envious. Like, I was watching Tommy and Tracy. They had an interview with Josh from, I don't know how long ago it was, but they were on him. They were with him in the video or whatever. And whenever he was at, like, 5,000 subscribers, I emailed him. And he was doing this thing where you get a used car seat and you turn into Walmart and they give you a $30, was it 30? They give you like a $30 like gift card or something for Walmart. And then it's like a recycle program they're doing. So they were going to do it for 1 month. It only lasted 2 weeks, but I was able to buy 2 items for, like $3 and then get the money for it. And he's the one that told me about it. So I emailed him and I told him like, thank you for doing that or whatever. And he emailed me back. He had like 4,500 subs. And at the time I was kind of like, only watching him in Cincinnati picking. I'm like, oh, well, Josh isn't as big as that guy. So of course he's able to get me back, but I can't even imagine trying to answer an email when you have that much going on as far as notifications, your business. And he was in the Army at that time. So it was kind of like, dang, man. And I tried emailing again, but he was already like, super busy. So from what I heard, I guess he's working for Amazon, and that's just from Harry Tornado, which I imagine he's a lot closer to Josh because they did lives together. But yeah, I guess he just went back to full time is what I'm thinking. He was in the tri-state area, and I think when COVID happened, he may have like been struggling a little bit, or he maybe was thinking like, look, I was an officer in the Army, and now I'm reselling, and reselling is great. And he was, I mean, here's my perspective when it comes to like making money in this world. So like, depending on how hard you grind and like how much skills you have, you can pretty much make that amount of money kind of anywhere you apply those skills. Like if you have $100,000 a year job, you're probably going to make 100,000 reselling because you have the grind and the smarts to be able to figure out how to get to that point. That's kind of how I see it. I don't know if you guys see it, but that's just kind of how I see it. So maybe he thought, you know what, maybe I just need to do something better because I know I can lead like large companies or something. So nonetheless, man, I really miss the dude too. I watch his videos still. He was a pretty good guy. But there's a lot out there on YouTube. There's people like me that just like chat to everybody and don't even show items like that will help you out. But I do try to put in some better videos, and I haven't been putting out like as many videos because they haven't been as good a quality as I want to watch. Like if I can't stand watching my own videos, like I know you guys won't really stand watching them. So I'm trying to get better, but the editing takes so long that I work full time. I work 40 hours. I spend time like with my family, and I watch a lot of football. I'm a big Bears fan. So I can't spend that much time doing stuff like editing a video for, an 8-minute, 10-minute video and then have like 30 views, and then I put like my heart and soul into it or whatever. So it's whatever, man. I mean, maybe I'll find like a way to just speed up that process, putting videos out. Medium rare. I once listed 450 items in an 18-hour period, dude. Oh my gosh. You must have been on some like high, like caffeinated drinks or something, man. That's crazy. Like you're pumping out. But if you had 2 photos and they're like DVDs, I mean, you can do those pretty fast. But yeah, just even launching the app and saving, like doing that takes a little bit of time too. So it's pretty impressive. Tommy and Tracy, you guys are so supportive. Yeah, they just have like 15 tabs open and they just like jump into every chat, and it's kind of like that. I do the same, Tommy says, but I use keyboard replacement that's already but into the iPhone. Like if I type letters HSH, it puts in all my hashtags automatically, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Like talk about, oh man, dude, I'm so glad you said that. So I've been copying and pasting manually from my latest videos, my description in the video, and like, your hashtags, whatever, like your tags. And I could just create a text blaze with that and just do the quick keys. And I've been using text key, but I didn't figure I could apply it other places. So that's perfect, dude. Thank you, Tommy. Now I can do that for mine. Not to everyone, Leroy. There is a lot. You won't see us anywhere close to their channels. I hope that's not because you're not allowed in those channels, man. But yeah, how long have you guys been doing it, man? Tommy and Tracy. I haven't really like dug deep into how long y'all been doing it, but y'all have a lot of content out there. Swamp Picker, he was a grad from West Point. Yeah. So yeah, that dude squared away. Anybody who can be an officer, period, is squared away. But if you went to one of the academies or, West Point, Air Force Academy, yeah, you're super squared away, because I've seen like the 2 officers side by side, an academy grad and then just somebody who like does a JUCO or, well, not junior college, but like a junior ROTC program in a regular college. When you like pair those 2 people up, it's uncomparable. One example of an officer in the military at one of the academies is whenever they make the bed, everyone says, okay, you make the bed tight and you fold the hospital corners, and you do all that tucked away. Those guys would actually iron the bed and then tuck it all in, and they'd sleep on the floor. And that's how they did it, because that's how like squared away it needed to be for whatever reason for that period of training. It's probably like a super crazy inspection that week, but nonetheless, he told me that story and I was like, dude, that's tremendous. That is tremendous. Tesla Picker Dave, what's up, man? I'm glad to have you in the chat. I was showing off these shoes. It was the only item I picked up at the thrift store today. I spent $2.99. These are Doc Martens. They'll probably go for like, I'll take at least $40 with the free shipping, but they might go for 45. I think they're comping around 45. I'm going to list them at $49.99. I jack it up there, and then I usually accept like an offer because people want to feel like they're getting a deal. So make sure to like, up the price, but that you're a pro. Also, Dave, since you just jumped in and a bunch of other people have jumped in, if you haven't rewatched the chat, which I don't know how you would if you're watching it live other than having it on another channel or another window, I also helped a young woman move some furniture. She had a big sectional she wanted to move. I charged her $20 and I filled up the new pickup with, 2 of the 3 pieces, and she got the other one, and we took it to her apartment. And then her boyfriend and their friend showed up at the apartment and they helped unload it. I didn't unload it into their house. I just like dropped it off the truck and I was like, see ya. But that took about 35-40 minutes and I made $20. So I felt pretty good about that. And you get to help somebody out. And not only do you help somebody out with their furniture, which is a huge task if you don't have a truck, the people at the thrift store that work there were like, wow, man, he not only buys stuff and brags about how much he sells it to us for, but he's helping us get that out of there. And I don't really brag about it, but they want to hear about it. So I talk about it and I embellish it because it's kind of exciting for me. And for them, they're happy about it. They like it. Sometimes they bring stuff out because I have a good relationship with them. They're like, hey, I brought out a bunch of stuff, or I'm about to be over by the door or whatever. So yeah, man. $20 to help somebody out. And one of her friends, she had another friend with her. She was interested in the reselling because I was talking to her about the Doc Martin sandals, and she subscribed, and maybe she's watching this chat. Who knows? Maybe I can get somebody in there and they can make a few $100s on the side or a few $1,000s, however far they want to take it. The Medium Marauder says, I couldn't walk for a few days. No breaks, just a couple bathroom breaks. He listed 450 items in 18 hours, man. You should have live streamed that one. That would have been something. Let's see. Editing is the absolute hardest part of YouTube. To me, I figured out a way to do it all on my phone. Yeah, I hear a lot of people do it on their phone, man. I bet you have an iPhone. It seems like people with the iMovie. And that's what I used to do with the tablet. Like, I used to just set the tablet up and I would just record and then I'd do the iMovie stuff. I use the Wondershare Filmora now, and I've been getting a little good at it. But I need to just practice and probably even watch videos about it. Like, definitely watching YouTube, you get a competitive edge whenever you start learning off of that. I timed myself. Last one from start to finish, film to publish, took 6 hours. Well, Blue Consignment, you put a lot of edits in yours and you make them really good. So you can see the quality and the edits and the time you took to do it. I'm not trying to do a 6-hour video for the 10 minutes. Maybe, I don't know. I can't even say maybe if I have a big following, because I may not have a big following ever. And 2, even if I did, I still don't know if I could sit there and do it. I mean, some people edit every breath out, and I just figured let's just not breathe through the video. Let's just keep going and see what happens. Bob told us last night he was on, so I wanted to learn about him. Nana. Tom and Nana have a little side chat in the chat. That's okay, though. You get faster and faster on editing the more you do it. That's exactly right, man. I've noticed that. But watching videos help me too. And I think the biggest thing on the editing is using the keys, the keyboards, because keyboard editing is a lot faster than using the mouse. The mouse is an accessory to the computer. You can do everything from the computer if you just learn those little keys. That's what I've been doing. Like spacebar actually starts the video and stops it. Didn't know that. And if you're good enough, it's kind of like that game with the lights that go around. You hit the button to get the tickets, and you want to stop it on it's 7, 8, 9, 10, and then there's the the tens, and then I think you get the bonus one. That's how I feel with the keyboard when I'm trying to edit out the breaths. Tracy said free shipping ? Oh, you perked her up now. I know. We talked about it though. I mean, $49.99 free shipping or $39.99 with $10 shipping. What's better? Who knows? But Tommy does kind of know. You told me a little bit about it, but I didn't really understand it. Nonetheless, though, I tell you what, though, I had one item. It was lost in the mail, and I claimed $39 or $38.74 because of there's some little thing I didn't really know. The item sold for $39.99 free shipping. They lost it in the mail. I claimed 38 something because I didn't really understand. I didn't want to claim too much and get it rejected. But what I did was I claimed that $38, and they actually added more money to it. It ended up being $46, and they said they added the shipping back because I didn't add that in the claim. So that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. And it was fast. I think it took a week. I got my money back. Joe Deals got a woman pair of Docs for $1 today. Was super stoked about that one. That's cool, man. I hope it was a good size. Doc Martens, sometimes smaller ones. I've had a little trouble trying to sell a size 5. It's a chunky, small boot, size 5. Haven't sold it yet. Maybe it's priced too high. I don't know. Here, just leave it. Anting said, nice. Straight hustler. Dave said, you got a brownie point with the store. Yeah, but man, sometimes, okay. So at my thrift store, there's a couple small ones and there's a pretty good Goodwill. Some people will put one of the shoes in the suitcases at the Goodwill. So you'll go through the racks and you'll find like the Doc Marten or you'll find whatever, like the nice shoe. And then you can't find the other one. So the first thing I do, Goodwill hires like the employees. I don't know if they're doing community service or they're like, I think they're doing community service. I usually ask those guys to hunt for the shoe because they typically don't like doing what they're doing. And I think they're forced to do it. So I ask them to go look for it. While they're looking for it, I'll try to ask another person, like one that actually works at the Goodwill, see if they'll go look for it. And then I'll go through all like the luggage bins. I'll just like kind of shake them and see if I hear anything. And sometimes I find a different shoe that I've seen the other one for, but sometimes it's not a good shoe because I typically go through all the good shoes first. All right, guys, it's 9:30. My bedtime is like 10:30. So I got some items to list. I appreciate all you guys coming on. I'm going to give a little outro to this video. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Catch me next time in one of my videos. I'm going to Waco. I'm going to get some footage with Chip and Joanna. If I don't, I'm going to act like I do, maybe find some lookalikes and get some footage with them. I appreciate you guys jumping on. Thank you. See you guys next time.